Hi y'all, and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing something super exciting, and I cannot wait to show you what this is going to look like. But we are actually going to be setting up my 2022 Franken planner. So it's a mix of my home planner and my social media planner and some notes and things like that. It's a big catch-all planner. It's a mix of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this because I'm very excited to get this set up and start pre-planning for 2022. I've already started creating goals and working through how I want to set things up. And so I am very excited to get this planner actually set up. That way I can start doing that. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to be using this as my main planner for the cover and for the discs as well, because I absolutely love this planner. It is simply beautiful and I cannot do without it. So we're going to start with that. So I do need to just kind of maneuver a few things around here. And how I'm going to be doing this is in stages. And I'm going to be setting up my home section first, but let me get some space here, you guys. My desk is a little bit of a hot mess. So to start, I do have to pull quite a few of these months out here, but that's fine. To start, I am keeping the title page here. I do not know yet this year what I want to do for my name. Last year, I ordered my name from Plan, Heather Kell. And I probably am going to see if she has the name stickers available again. I may do that, or I may just run to Michael's and get some letter stickers. I'm just not sure yet. I do know I will not write my name because I do not write well, and that's okay. But I do want that page to be pretty. I'm going to leave all of this, and I did already start. Look, I was so excited to get started. I did already go ahead and notate my son's specialty days, I guess, for school, for when he doesn't have school, early release, things like that for this year coming up. That way I can go ahead and note everything down here in my perpetual calendar. So I'm going to keep that. In the past, I have not really ever used currently pages. I do think I want to try and get a little bit better at possibly figuring out how to utilize these for myself this year. I just don't know. It just has never worked in the past, so we'll see about that. I'm going to be using these dashboard, the monthly layout, and these pages. These pages are what sold me. I love these pages. I used the monthly layout with the combination of the dashboard layout and my social media for this year, and I really liked the utilization of these pages. So I did find, though, because I'm not super big in YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, even though I utilize these for my social media, I don't think I use them to their full potential, but I do think I could use them to their full potential for my home section of my planner. So I went that route this year. And I am going to go ahead and keep these as well because I am super checklist oriented. I love writing out checklists and being able to actually check them off once I'm done. So I will use these as well, but these are actually going to go into my notes section beyond this page because I'm going to Franken plan this. So the first thing I need to do, though, is really start pulling out these months because, oh, you know what I did? I already messed up, though, y'all. I'm not used to having all these little extras here. But I do keep one full month of whatever the current month that I am working in. And then I keep the month following, but normally I only keep the monthly calendar. But because I am converting over to this monthly layout, I'm going to go ahead and pull those as well. But that's all that I'm going to be utilizing so far, because with the other planners that I am going to be putting in here, this might get a little chunky. So what I had been doing prior is just the full month of the current month that I'm in, and then just the monthly of the following month. And I know this is loud. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make it quick. But also, I do like to do quarterly planning. So what I'm going to look at, once I get everything set up completely, I may or may not have the ability to add 2 months of just that monthly calendar and that monthly goals pages is what I like to call them. I don't know if that's actually what they're called. That's what I call them though, because they really do help me with my pre-planning. I do a lot of pre-planning, and I found that it actually really, really helps me with my pre-planning. So I'm going to move that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back to the start here for here, because as I build this out, I have already pulled different sections for my dividers, and I like to have the clear dividers because I really like to see these dashboards. These dashboards are beautiful, and I don't want to block them off with a lot of decoration on my dividers, but also too because I did already go ahead and set up my December. I need to take my sticky notes and transfer them over really quickly here just to my monthly, because ooh, and I'm lying to you again, I'm changing things up, y'all. So my monthly is now actually, this is what I can do. I started to use a full-on budget planner this year. So, and I did not do that in the past. My monthly in my home planner was my budget calendar. So I'm gonna just revert real quick here and put that on my budget tab. That'll work, because I want this here. I love these dividers. I can't remember where I got them. I do know that I got them from an Etsy shop, but honestly, I do not remember whose Etsy shop it was. I'm so sorry about that. But next is getting into, because we're pre-planning, we're still in December. I think what I'll do is put my today here. That way, as I'm pre-planning, I can just pull to this page first, since I won't be utilizing my weeks just yet. Now, this is where the fun comes in. I love Franken planning because I am using the colorful leopard. What did you do, ma'am? Look, now I'm yelling at myself over here because I pulled a different page. So I'm using the colorful leopard, which is this here, right? This is not the cover. This is not the cover that goes to that. This is, gosh, y'all, I think this is like a 2020 cover. I don't even know. This is the colorful leopard, which is what this planner is. It's an 18-month planner. So it was a July 2021 start, and it goes through December of 2022. What I found when I'm using this layout is it's probably been, I would say for me, one of the best layouts that I've used for my home section. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and continue that through. So I'm going to place that here really quickly. Get this out of the way. Grab my tape, because this is the beauty of Franken planning, y'all. It doesn't have to be Franken planning just different planners into sections. It's a mix, right? It's what you want it to be. So I'm going to actually tape these 2 pages. Oh goodness, look at that light, y'all. I did not realize that sun was like that. I am so sorry. I might have to shut that shade. But I'm going to tape these 2 pages together. That way when you flip it, you go straight into that weekly view and we're not seeing this. But give me a moment and let me see. Can I flip these blinds? I did not realize that light was so bright like that. Oh, that's much better. Okay. That way I don't have those crazy light streaks going on there, right? Okay, so let's tape these together. And y'all, today it is super duper cold here in Florida. I don't know what happened with our weather. It was like 39 degrees this morning. Craziness. So I am like comfy, cozy sweater clothes today, which I kind of like. We don't get to do that often here because it's not super cold usually. But let me get this down as close as I can. This is never perfect for me, but that's okay. I don't mind that it's never super perfectly lined up. Those little things just don't bother me. So then we're coming from this page straight into this page. Beautiful. Okay. And then I need to build out the rest of my sections before I get to my notes section. So the next section that I have is my meal plan section. So now my meal plan section, it really is just a bunch of blank paper to start for the month. And then I do weekly meal planning, and then any additional recipes that I'm writing for that month, I do try to write a minimum of one, but I really try to do two. On my really good months, I actually do one per week, and so that makes me super proud, but it doesn't always happen that way, and that is okay. But I'm going to put some of my inserts in here. So I am trying to write a cookbook, so I want to make sure that I always continuously have this meal plan section. These inserts are just from different Happy Planner items, right? So there's a marketing list, there's the weekly meal plan inserts for half sheets, and then I have these full sheets. I like to do a mix because it depends on how I feel for that week as to what type of sheet I want to use. So then I have the full sheet with the weekly meal plans and the grocery list. And it's got snacks and recipe meal prep and things like that. But then I do like to always make sure that I have a couple of the blank recipe sheets because, again, I am trying to write a cookbook. So as I come up with new recipes, I use these initially as like my rough draft for the recipe, and I make all my crazy notes on it, and then once I know the recipe is solid, I rewrite it again on a blank sheet and put it in my recipe binder. So I definitely need to have those. And then my next section is going to be my budget section, and again, this year was a pretty nice change here for this budget section. Oh, you know what, because I have those stickies, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Let me just go ahead. This is just another divider that I have for my notes. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in here now because that is it for my home section after I insert my budget. But this is the new 2022 budget planner line from the Happy Planner, and I absolutely love this planner. In the past, I have tried the Happy Planner's budgeting line. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. It just didn't work for me. But I do want to utilize it this year because of the way they have designed it and set it up. So let me just really quickly get this in here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And I know this is super loud when you do setups. That's the reality of it, right? You're pulling from the discs, you're adding to the discs. It's just a bunch of fun times. So for my budget planner, I did not think this one fully through, right? Because I normally... I have done, look what I did. You guys, y'all, I was like, wait a second. I thought I pulled January and February for my home section. And you're right. I did. I put it to the back. It needs to go here, excuse me, before my meal plans section. So let's just, change that. Get that organized real quick here. So this is what I'm not sure about. I guess I didn't fully think this through with having an actual budget planner this year. Do I want to go ahead and do the month in advance on this section too? And I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And the reason being is because I pre-plan all lots. I don't know why. I just really like it. I think it helps me when it comes time to actually have that week come through and that month come through, and also just to decorate as well. So I think I am going to go ahead and do just that monthly view again here and not do the guts just yet. So I'm done with that budget planner, and normally this is not like a decorate setup, but since I do already have these stickers here, let me just go ahead and throw these on here for my budgeting pre-planning and get those off of this divider so I can get this divider in place. It just is going to take a second if I can find the dates to make it all correlate. This I normally would not do on camera. I don't typically pre-plan on camera. I can if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing, but honestly my pre-planning is literally, at least for my budget, it's literally just this. I carry over my sticky notes from one month to the next until they are no longer sticky, and then I just create a new one. But I like to get that multi-use. I don't like to waste, right? So let me put this in here. Oh, you know what else I need to look at too really quickly, y'all? Again, this is the first year I'm really fully going all out with having an actual budget planner. Do I want to use the hello page? I think for sure I want to use the hello page and probably these year at a glance pages. I do not know how or what I could do with those perpetual calendar for that. If you guys have thoughts or ideas of how you utilize these, if you do tend to use budget planning, give me those thoughts. Like, put that in the comments down below. I would love some ideas, because again, this is the first year that I'm really going all out with that type of a planner. So I would love your ideas. If I could use that perpetual calendar, that would be great, because I do like to ensure that I get the most use out of my planners. I do not like to buy a planner and half use it or feel like I've did wasteful, with it, because then I don't think I'm getting my money's worth. If you guys have ideas for that, I would love those ideas. So do the comment down below and let me know if you could use that and how. All right, so moving right along though into my next section, which is going to be my social media section. So let me get that here in place. And I'm using this, I don't know what the name of this is. It's the Mandora Dream Big. I can't remember who created this, but I think this was one of the ones for 2022 that was like a special design. I could be lying though. So, but it is the horizontal layout, and I call it the Dream Big planner. I love this planner. It is beautiful. And I probably will be actually utilizing the discs and the cover like for springtime. That really speaks to me like spring. But I do want to, I am not going to use, okay, again, thoughts here. Let me look at this just for a second, because for this past year, I did use actually, yes, because I still listed my videos here for that quick reference. Let me look at this hello page. Or do I want to be able to see the dividers each month? Honestly, I think I'm going to go with it to start like this. And if I change my mind, that's fine, because as I use the months, they're going right back in here. I can still feel that perpetual calendar if I don't use the months. Okay. Or if I want, not don't use the months, I'm sorry, prefer to see the monthly dividers in that clear. And this is why I like those, the frosted dividers, right? Because I like to be able to see that. So I'm just curious, do I want to see that all year, or do I want to see different dashboards each month? I don't know yet. And maybe I'll play that out as I start to use the planner itself. So, but this is one of the bigger changes that I'm doing for my planner this year. Actually, I take that back. Every section in my planner this year is completely a different layout from what I've been normally utilizing. And that's fine. I like to make change. So this is what I really like about this planner. I love the horizontal layout. I don't know why. I think it's fantastic. The problem I had with using it for this current year, I was using it as my personal planner for like journaling. I was finding I did not have enough writing space, y'all. And so I did go into an actual journal for 2022, but I still like this layout and I really like decorating this layout. So I'm swapping from the combination of the monthly and the dashboard, and I'm incorporating the horizontal in for my social media. So we'll see how that works for this year. Hopefully well. And then I do need, because again, with this section, I do want to go ahead and pre-plan in advance. And so I'm just going to pull the monthly here. That's all I need for that. Okay. I did forget something though. I need to go back. This budget section, you guys, is going to be definitely something I have to get used to. I don't normally have a budgeting section. Let me take that back. I have a budgeting section. I normally don't have a budgeting planner. So this part is what's new for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put a today here just for now, but because this does have the weeklies as we get into 2022, I will go ahead and put that today here so I can flip exactly to that week that I'm working through, which that's going to work perfectly. Okay. Next is my notes. For each section within my planner, I like to have a secondary section for notes within the sections because I don't want social media notes mixed with personal or home notes or vice versa. So I do like to have my own section for notes in each main section. It's like my subsection. So I don't have anything to put in there yet because I am still currently utilizing the additional notes and things that I have in my social media section of my planner. But as we get closer to 2022, I will go ahead at that point and start pulling and deciding what do I need to carry over and what do I need to archive. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then I do need a today tab for my social media as well. And again, to start, I'm just going to put it on my monthly. I don't normally like super decorate my monthly calendar for my social media. It really is just more like handwriting out my videos when I post them or Instagram and things like that. So I don't really share that because it's not super decorative. It really is just like a, I don't know, 30, 45 minute-ish brain dump session, I think. I will decorate these pages, and I know I didn't really share too much of my social media for my current year, but I do want to start sharing that in 2022, and I think the reason is because of two reasons. One, I do like to be super creative, and this is kind of my outlet, right? But then two, it is a different layout from what I normally have seen other planners use for social media. I feel like dashboard is like the most common layout for social media. So I would like to be able to give you guys additional ideas on different layouts that you can use for your social media and different types of designs that you can do. The only thing that I'm still kind of, I think, tossing up for this section is, again, I'm going to have to really start utilizing this currently page because with my current setup, I am using the dashboard layout. So I have like that pre-planning page. And with this, I really only have this section here to do what type of pre-planning I may want to do. So I do have to figure out, I think, in order to, again, get the most use out of my planners, really try to determine how can I utilize this currently page to really make it work for like my overview, how I was using, because again, I had the monthly combined with that dashboard layout. So it had those 2 additional pages and I used those for like pre-planning things. We will see how it works. I'm sure we can make it work. I'm excited to use this layout. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, last section that we're gonna have in this planner, I cannot get the divider, hello, is extras. And extras is just that. It is literally just extras. And so I have this Skinny Classic planner that I use for like my half sheets. And give me a second. I was clearly not fully prepared. I don't know why, because I do know why. I was so excited to get this planner set up. That is exactly why. But for my extras, I have this babe here that is super duper full of extra pages for full sheets, and all that I use is classic size. I don't like the big size. It doesn't work great for me. And then this is where I store all of, like, I call these quarter sheets. I don't know what they really are. So I call them quarter sheets and all my half sheets. So I just need to go through here really quick like and pull some. And I normally just do like 2 of each. And then at the end of each month, or if I need to refill, I just refill as needed. But I'm really trying to make sure I utilize what I have, and I don't want to be wasteful with what I have. So I'm really trying to not buy a ton of additional inserts and half sheets and things like that, and just use what I have. Plus, that gives me more free money to buy more planners. I don't know if that's a counterbalance. What do you call that? Counterintuitive, maybe? But it works for me. And I'm like a big repurpose and reuse, right? And if y'all watched my channel when I started it at the beginning of this year, the whole first quarter was all about using what I had and getting rid of the things that I wasn't using because I wanted to make space for new things. But also that helps with clutter, right? I'm so big about not having clutter in my house, except for on my desk, because I do a lot. I work from home. I am full-time working from home and a mom of a kid and an adult child and cats and dogs. And I have my side hustle for my life coaching business and my YouTube. And so do have quite a bit going on, so my desk is kind of cluttered. That's like the one space that I say it's okay to be cluttered. All right, so I'm just getting 2 of each of these filler papers. And I have a lot of different styles. Again, I want to make sure I can use this stuff up, y'all. And I've also noticed, like, doing this throughout this current year, it actually has helped me to utilize the papers that I have, because I've given myself this rule that I don't fill it until I utilize what's currently there, for the most part. So I noticed that I do still tend to use some of the same ones, and I'm getting rid of some of them, and that's fine. I'm just going to continuously use what I have to try to use everything up. And I really am like with the mentality of only buying what I absolutely need. And that has been working as far as like the filler stuff goes, right? Like, and that has been working. These, I still cannot fully figure out how to utilize these. So I'm only putting one in here. But I have so many different, look at that. All that is, and those are from like 2 years ago, or was it 2019, 2020, something like that is when those, or when I first found those at least. So I've been happy planning, well, I've been planning all my life with some form of a paper planner system. I love paper planner systems, but I found Happy Planner actually in the beginning of 2020, I think it was. And honestly, ever since then, I can't use any other planner system. I love the Happy Planner system. It is amazing. Because of this, I can do whatever I want. Actually, with these, you know what? This is getting a little chunker. I might do one of each. Nope, I have to keep my system, start with 2. It'll thin itself out as I use them. Alright, so this one I do kind of just keep. This is the projects one. It came with the, what do you call it, home extension pack. And I only pull these really honestly if I do have a major project within my home, and I have not. I don't have any major projects. Okay, I do have to kind of look at this. Look at all this paper, you guys. Oh, it's really not a lot. There's just a lot of that. Okay, let's go. We got this. 2 of each. Let's go. We got to get some of this stuff used up so I can get new stuff. And I do like to write with these. I do use these inserts a lot, actually. Oh, look, that one's completely done now. I like to do my own like creative pages and things like that, so I do utilize these. I just apparently don't utilize them enough for what I buy. Every time I see something, I'm like, ooh, I need that. And my husband's like, ooh, don't you have like 50? And I'm like, oh yes, but it's not the same. I don't know. We're gonna make it work. All right, so actually, you know what, guys? I'm just looking up here. My battery is flashing at me that it's gonna die. Let me change that out really quick, and I will be right back with you. So that way we don't die in the middle of me trying to do something. Hang tight, please. Okay, so sorry about that, you guys. I was playing with my camera a little bit earlier, and I forgot to check my battery before I started filming this. We recently, about a week ago, got a new addition to our family. We got a new puppy. Her name is Carmela, and she's only 8 weeks old, so I went into straight new mommy mode, and I'm trying to take pictures of everything. So I totally forgot to check my battery before I started this video. So sorry about that. But we are back and finishing this thing out. And I do need to go back to one more section here and get some more filler paper. I feel like this is filler paper galore, but it will be utilized, that is for sure. Get that in. That is the last section, I believe. Yes. Okay, perfect. So get this beast out of here. And really, that is it, you guys. Now, this thing is, she is super chunky. Not really. She's actually about the normal chunky. Let me see. Let's compare. She's not as chunky. All right, so let's take a look, you guys. I am super excited, and I'm like, this is like the only time of the year where I'm like, can this month just hurry up and let's start the new month? Just because I want to get into this planner. So enjoy the little things, you guys. This is what life is all about, right? I love this cover. And I don't really have a preference as far as discs go. I know some people do not like the plastic discs. They only want the metal discs. And you know what? To each their own. If that's your preference, great. I personally don't care if it is a plastic disc or a metal disc as long as it matches the cover. So I'm keeping these discs. I don't have to do anything there. I will still to be determined on what I'm going to be doing with my title page as far as purchasing somebody doing my name in a sticker for me, or if I'm just going to go purchase letters and do it myself. I don't know, but I love this page. Perpetual Year at a Glance, as well as Perpetual Calendar, is from the Best Mom planner. I'm leaving that the same. Straight into my home section. So using the same Best Mom dashboard and monthly, because it has this fabulous couple of pages. I love these pages. These have helped me be super productive, and I will continue this through. As I'm thinking about this too, I may actually go buy another monthly planner to put back into my social media section, because this really did work for me. And then from there, though, I did go into, there we go, that lined vertical layout. This is the first year since I've been happy planning that I did start utilizing this lined vertical layout, but I have realized it works really good for me. I love this layout, but I think it's because I'm so like checklist, and I don't know, it just works. So I will continue this through. And then I did go ahead and just put I call it the view of the next month because of pre-planning purposes. Next, within my home section, the subsection of meal plan, and that is just currently all that blank filler paper. That way I can start actually getting 2022, I can't say that, it's a tongue twister, but that way I can get that on a roll with not only my meal plans, but creating and writing out new recipes. Budget section is going to be next, where I did go ahead and start utilizing the new budget planner from their new budget line, and I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to work so great for me. Same concept of current month, everything that goes within that current month, right? And so this is kind of like what I call that overview of the month section. Because it just kind of is like a breakdown of expenses, savings, and debts, and then they give you challenges. This is kind of, well, that page, because they don't pre-fill like mortgage or utilities or car insurance or whatever it is, they used to always pre-fill, and they don't do that. So I'm super excited about that. But this is actually, I think as I'm looking at this more and more, the better part of what I'm excited for this section is because they have this specifically dated week to week for expenses. So that's super cool. And then some notes pages, which is, again, super cool. And then same thing for pre-planning purposes, just that month. Last subsection within my home section is my notes section. I have to have, at least for the way my brain works, a notes section for every main section in my planner. I don't like mixing my notes for anything. So I have a notes section for anything home related. So that could be home, appointments, bills, planning, meal planning, whatever is related to my household. And I just put those residual monthly pages in there so I can utilize that. Next section, social media. Again, another brand new setup, and I am super excited about that. Don't know if I'm going to keep this title page. I keep looking at it, and while I like the planner, I am not in love with this. I almost really do feel like I just want to use the dashboards. Actually, let me look at this, right? Because see, I love the way that looks compared to that each month. It's the same thing all year. I think I'm actually gonna do it like that, y'all. Okay, changed my mind just like that. So that perpetual calendar that's here, I do put my videos that I post and when I post them, but because as I use those months, it's going right back in that planner. I will fill this out as I start to bring in my new months and replace it with my used months. That works fine for me. I just like the aesthetic of this better. Okay, so current months, and this one again is that horizontal layout that I am super excited to try. I really hope it works for me because I really like this layout. And then again, for pre-planning purposes, just that monthly for that coming up month. Again, a notes section, currently empty because I'm still live working out of my current planner, which is the rest of this year for December 2021. Again, I will kind of go through what I currently have and pull in what I need to carry over and archive what I do not. So because I'm not doing that personal section in this planner this year, that's the main sections: home and my social media. And then the last section is just that extras section. And so that's just going to have all that blank filler paper for me to be able to really be not only creative, but super productive as well. And I love filler paper. I don't know why. I'm super obsessed. I think I told you guys I think I told you about my planner obsession just because I am obsessed with planners because I can mix and match. But I have this coffee mug obsession. Every time I see a coffee mug that speaks to me, I have to buy it. I have over 100. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Maybe just a little bit. I have the same obsession with Happy Planner filler paper. I don't know why, but I think I need it all, and I don't because I have so much. So I'm going to try to utilize some of that out. But that is it, y'all. That is going to be my beautiful baby for 2022. We are ready to get into this year and make this like a super rocking year, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. So that is going to be it for today. If you did like this video, I hope that you take a moment, give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. I do want to say thank you so much for spending a little time with me today, and I hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, y'all.